Here. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad to see you're all here. I'm really excited about having this class. I've never taught a summer class before. Usually I do my parenting during the summer. So I stay home with my kids. My kids are in high school. They don't need me so much, but I don't know. I feel like I have to do some kind of parenting at some point. So I do that during the summer. And so this summer, because of the pandemic and because all classes were online, the person that usually teaches this class in the summer didn't really want to teach it online. And I thought, well, I'm home, so I can still be parenting. And so I decided to give it a shot. I've been teaching at Normandale for about 10 or 11 years now, and I've taught 860 every single semester. So this is sort of my wheelhouse. I enjoy teaching this class. It's probably my favorite class to teach. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited, and so I've been spending a lot of time since the end of the semester and now trying to figure out how to get 16 weeks worth of work into 7. I think I did it without like completely overwhelming you. I had to cut out a few little things. So usually we read 2 books in the semester. We're only going to read 1. And usually we have a whole vocabulary book that's another textbook that we do, and I cut that as well. So you're going to be shortchanged a tiny bit, but we will be doing vocabulary in other areas. And there's just no way to read 2 books and the textbook in 7 weeks. So I'm sorry about that. I will tell you about the other book, and you can feel free to read it. And if you want to talk to me about it after class is over, we can do that. But that would have been crazy for both of us. So this is how the class is going to work. A lot of times I give you an assignment, especially at the beginning of the semester. I'll give you an assignment. I'll have you try the assignment knowing that you probably won't understand exactly how to do it. What it does is helps you understand what you understand and understand where you need to learn. So I call this throwing you right under the bus. That's what I say. I'm going to throw you under the bus. And I know that I'm throwing you under the bus, and so you just have to try and do the best that you can and try to problem solve that. And then usually what happens the next class is that I'll walk you through, and so you can see where you were having trouble, how to problem solve that. And then usually I have you do some revision as we go through it. And then the next class, or the next time we see each other, I hand out my version of like what I did, like I've done a model. So that presented a problem for an online class, because I've taught online classes before. Hi Zoe, how are you? I've taught online classes before. I've taught composition, freshman composition, college writing, whatever you want to call it, and it's just completely asynchronous. So it's just people coming into the class and doing the class. And so that's how I started thinking about this class, was that you'd come to the class, and week 1 would just be open and you could do it at your own pace. But then I couldn't do what I usually do because you'd have all the answers at the same time as the assignment. So I had to do some real thinking about that. And because it's a summer class, and because it's so condensed and there's a lot of content to get through, it's going to be an intense 7 weeks. If you're working, you're gonna be crazy. It's just, that's the way it is. Usually when we do this not online, like in classrooms, you're coming to class for, I think it's 4 hours, 4 days a week. So you'd be in the classroom for 4 hours, and then you'd have the homework that goes along with those 4 hours. In a regular semester, you're in class for 4 hours a week for 16 weeks. So in order for this to be the 4-credit class that it is, I had to get all of the content into those 7 weeks. So I just want to be really upfront that this is going to be a lot of work, and you're going to be doing your class time and your homework during the week. So in order to help you pace that, I chose to have nightly assignments. So you'll be doing a little bit every night and then have weekends off. So you'll have a homework assignment Monday night that's due on Tuesday morning, and the due time is going to be 8 a.m. And that is because otherwise you'll start bleeding into the next day's work time. I know I am a student as well, and I will do things at the very last minute. Even today, that is how I do things. If something doesn't have to be done till Saturday, I am doing it Friday or Friday night or even Saturday morning if I can figure out how to do that. So I know you, and I know that's what you will be doing. So 8 o'clock in the morning is going to be our due time. And everything will close down at 8 o'clock in the morning. So you have to have all of your stuff in at 8. Okay? Then you'll have another set of assignments that's due the next morning. So Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then Friday night, you have nothing. Saturday, you have nothing. Sunday, you have nothing. And then we start again on Monday. Now, I know that people work and it's all weird. So in order to accommodate that, I will be opening, I'll be opening week 2 this coming Friday. So week 2 will be open on Friday. So if you want to start getting ahead on some assignments, you absolutely can do that. You can go in on Friday, you can print the course schedule, and I'll show you where all of that is, and you can start working through the week during the weekend. So you're ahead. And that is what I'm also trying to train you to do things not like me at the very last minute, because let me tell you, it is stress inducing to do that. If you work ahead, then if you have a little bit of like, oh my gosh, I didn't get that done, it's not a big deal because you're ahead, right? Whereas if you're doing it right at the last minute and you run out of time, then you're out of time. Does that make sense? So that was my thinking on how to organize our class for this summer. So I know I'm going to talk for a little bit. I'm going to talk a while, and then we're going to do some actual content. So I'm just going to show you D2L, and I'm going to share my screen to do that. So here we go. Ready? There we go. And I'm just going to do the desktop. There. So this is D2L. This is our home page. You've all been in our home page because you're here. I did not send out the link. I only had you get on by coming to this link right here. Take me to Meg's Zoom room right here. And this is how you're going to get onto class every week, is you're going to come to this link. I'm not going to be sending out invitations. This is a secure link right to my Zoom room. And whenever we have office hours, and my office hour will be right after class. So from 11 to 12 will be my office hour. So if you get off and you look at things and then you have a question, then you can just come on this link, and I will be here till noon today or noon every Monday. And then if you're having questions on Wednesday or Friday even, you can always email me, which is right here, right? And you can always email me and say, hey, Meg, I would like a Zoom conference. And I am really good about that, because I will tell you, last semester, my 860 classes went online, and so did my 960 class. And my 860 class, my 860 classes did a really good job online. They were really, really on. And they would just request a meeting whenever they got confused, and then we could keep track of that. And don't worry if it's a weekend. I won't schedule it if I can't. Like if I have something going on, then I will be like, I can't do it until 8 o'clock tonight. But just get on the email and let's get something scheduled, because especially during the summer when things move so quickly, you don't want to get behind. So please, please do not hesitate just ask me for, it's just coming on here and we'll just chat and it's no big deal at all. Okay. The other thing in this little space right here underneath my dog, here's Franklin. Franklin is laying down right here by me. He helps me teach. So he is right here and my email's here. This phone number is for my office. So it's kind of moot. I'm not in my office. I'm at my dining room table. So if you do call me, you can call me. Make sure to leave a message because then I will listen to your message and I will either call you back or email you back. Okay? So you can still use this number right here, but I'm never going to answer it because I'm not in my office. You'll just have to leave a voicemail. So that's where you can leave me a voicemail if you'd like to. Okay? And I'm really not going to be in my office. This is my office. So you're going to have to come to the Zoom room for my office. Oh, weird. I have a, we have a, like a desktop computer for my family and it just turned on by itself. So that kind of freaked me out.
Can I ask you questions?
Sure. Hold on a second. I have a phone call from somebody. Hold on. Hello, this is a student.
Okay.
Hi there. Yes. Yes. Have you gotten onto D2L? You're in D2L right now. On the right side, it says, take me to Meg's Zoom room. Do you see it? Yep. All right. It says, take me to Meg's Zoom room. Right underneath my dog's picture. And then you just click on it and it should bring you right to our Zoom room. And I'm right in the middle of class right now. So I'm being recorded talking to you on the phone during that time. Okay, did you find it? All right, I'm gonna continue with my talking and when you need me, you just start talking. I'll keep you on my ear, okay? Okay, all right, so somebody said they had a question. Who had a question? Was it you, Ugbad?
Yes.
What's up?
Is my question is like, we just do it for the weeks in a homework, so we don't have a class every day, like
No, we
today.
do not have a class every day. Our class time is gonna be Mondays from 9 to 11. And there will be days when we won't be here till 11. And then there will be days when we are going to be here till 11. And to be honest, I don't know what days are going to be busy and what days are not, because I've never taught this way from the very beginning before. Oh, you got it. Yay. I'll see you there. Okay, bye. All right. Good.
So we just all send for the homeworks. That's all.
Right. So I'll walk you right through that right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I just wanted you to know that I'm just kind of going through this, how to get a hold of me and how to get into Zoom. And then you have your 365 account, which is, okay, I'm going to click on it. So I'm clicking on it right here. And then it's going to go to a login. And this is the same thing that you can do. And this is my star ID right here. Do you see it? JQ3468BP. You all have your star ID. And here's the thing that you're going to have to know. You're going to do your star ID at, and then you're a student. So you're going to put go right here, .minstate.edu. So when you first log in, you're going to have to type that in, and then it will remember it the next time. And then you just have to click it, and then you'll use your star ID password here, and then you sign in. And then it takes a minute. And I'm going to say stay signed in because then it's easier, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So then once you sign in, you have access to all of these software options. And this is all online, kind of like Google Docs. So if I want to do Word, I can press Word, and then I can press a new document, and then it will come at some point. There we go. And then I can start typing, and this can be my document. Okay. Now I want to show you, I have to move you. Hold on a second. I'm going to move you over here. I want to show you, oh dear. Okay, now I have to move you again. I'm going to show you something else. So, Office. So now I just pressed Office and I'm back at this thing. If you can see this button right here, it says Install Office right here. You see that? If you have your own computer and you would rather work on your own computer, you can install all of this on your computer for free by hitting this button. I've already done it, so I'm not going to hit the button because I don't need 2 of all of these on my computer. But I just want you to know that that is an option, and I would do this because I will be posting all Microsoft Word. Mostly, I have a couple PDFs, but mostly I'm going to be posting all of the worksheets and things in Microsoft Word. And if you download them to look at them, you're going to need Microsoft Word on your computer in order to open it. Does that make sense? You can still work right online and do everything else online if you want to. If you don't want to save things to your computer, you'd rather have it like on your account in the cloud, that's fine. But I would definitely download so you can open things on your computer. And all you have to do is follow the directions. You press this button and you follow the directions and download it. And you can actually download all of these applications on up to 5 devices for free. Okay, so there is that. And I'm going to go back to D2L now. Here we are. So that's take me, and I think up here, it's here as well. Sign into your Office 365. And I do require that. You do need to use your 365 account. I do require Microsoft Word. So if you're doing things in Google Doc, I would start switching because people at Normandale are going to use this account. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean that if you do something in Google Docs and then download it as a PDF and then upload it, I'm not going to grade it. As long as I can open it, I will grade it. Okay. But I will tell you that if you have Pages, which is another Word like program that's usually on Macs, I can't open that. Even though I have a Mac, I still can't open it. It does not open on D2L. It's not compatible. Microsoft Word is, and you can upload stuff right from your 365 account. Okay, so that's that. Then there is this link here that says make a tutoring appointment with Catherine Nordley. And she is in the tutoring center, and she told me to put this here because she would love it if she would have people to help over the summer. And she knows my curriculum. She knows me really well. So if you're having trouble and you just want somebody to help out and tutor, that is the link for you. And then I have a Facebook page here. It's called Hatton's Reading Room. If you want to join that, you absolutely can. If you don't have to. Okay? Down here is the content browser, but I'm going to have us look at something else. Okay? So when you log on to D2L and you come to our class, this is our announcement page. The announcement page right here is where I'm going to put, you know what, announcements, weirdly. So if I have something that I need to talk to you all about, I will post an announcement right here. And that might be like, I just got done reading all your papers. Most of you are having this trouble. So here's what I want you to do about it. Okay, and I'll do that. Or I might do an announcement like, I'm noticing that people are doing this really great. Here's an example in case you want to copy that. Or if I just want to tell you about something, it'll be here. Okay, it might be a wrap up. It might be just a say hi thing. So always check to make sure you've read your announcement here. And you can see that I wrote a nice big announcement last week to show you how to get into Zoom and the Zoom stuff. So I assume you guys all figured that out because you're here. Okay. But what we're going to do is every week, we're going to be centered in the content area. So content means this is our course right here. So you're going to come on to D2L, read any announcements, and then you're going to go to content, which is right here. And you're going to click on content. All right. So here is our syllabus and course documents. And I'm going to click on that first so you know where the syllabus is. This just is a folder that has documents in it. So here is our syllabus right here. And then there are like 4 different things here that I put in here because you might need to find it quickly. And instead of having to click back into different weeks to try and find it, you can just come right up here and they're up here. So it's easy to find. Okay. All right. So we'll come back and we'll look at the syllabus in a minute. I just want to show you the navigation. Routines and tutorials are here. Inside here this is a question answer discussion board. And I always have one of these, and I will look at it pretty regularly, at least at the beginning of the session. But this is really for you guys to talk to each other as well, ask questions, try and figure things out. So you can absolutely use this. I'm going to tell you to email me though. If you have something that is an urgent concern that you want me to see right away, email me, because I go on here, but this does not go into my email. So I have to like actually make an effort to go on to this discussion board to check it. Whereas I check my email all the time and kind of obsessive about it. So ask a question here for me and for your classmates. But if you have something that you really want me to answer right away, email me. And that's right here too. Okay. Then there is this really cool technology quick guide that has, this is all links to tutorial videos. So here's a bunch of tutorials. Here's your 365 tutorials. We're probably not going to use MediaSpace, but it's here in case you want to. Here's Zoom. Here's other stuff, miscellaneous stuff. So this is a one-stop shop if you're having technology trouble that you don't understand something that you can come and take a look at. Okay, and then there's also academic and student support services. That's right here. And so this goes through the tutoring center, the writing center, the makeup testing center, which you probably won't need, the campus library, a bunch of stuff is here. Okay, so that's something that you can check out. And I've been navigating and I'm going to show you. So I clicked on this and now I want to go back into that same folder. So these are called breadcrumbs up here, which I think is just such a funny name, but you can go back to the breadcrumbs and go backwards that way. And now I'm in routines and tutorials again. And then this is our our table of contents right over here. So I'm going to navigate down here and I'm going to go to week 1. Okay, so week 1, you can see in the table of contents, there's always going to be a start here folder, which will be an overview of the week. Then every day of the week, Monday through Friday, is here. And those are our modules that you'll be going through each week. So today, or actually as before today, usually you're going to go to Week at a Glance, start here. And here's where all of our stuff is for the week. And it takes a minute because my Wi-Fi is terrible. So sorry about that. But we can, there we go. So our Week at a Glance is sort of like your to-do list. And the first step for every week is going to be to print that course schedule if you have a printer. So anything blue, anything that's blue is going to be a link. So here is the course schedule right here, and you're going to get one course schedule for every week. I don't have a big document for all 7 weeks. So you're just going to work week to week. So you just click on it and then it will open. And so like I said before, you need to have Microsoft Word downloaded. And then you can download that and it comes up and there it is. And here is our week 1 course schedule. So print the course schedule, watch the overview video, attend our class, right? And then here are all the tutorials that I talked about already that you'll be going through, and they are interspersed within this week, so you don't have to look it all up. And then you'll see that you have 3 things to do tonight that's due at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And then you can see that that goes on. Everything is in order the way you should do it. So you should do, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. You just go right in order. This is like a to-do list. Okay, so you will see that you'll have a video to watch. That's kind of like our class, right? Like if you were coming in the classroom, I would be talking to you about VoiceThread. Then it says, do activate your account. Easy. Do watch the tutorials on VoiceThread. If you already know about VoiceThread, then you can skip that, but I don't think you probably do. So you're going to want to do the looking at the VoiceThread stuff. Then you're going to upload your picture into D2L so we know that it's you. And then here are some tutorials to do. Then for Monday, you're going to do your VoiceThread, and this is going to be your first assignment in VoiceThread. It's going to be introducing yourself to the class, and it's going to be in video. And then I have another video where you're going to watch it and take notes, and this is going to introduce how to read your textbook. And then I'm also going to go through your procedure packet. You're going to be using both your textbook and your procedure packet to do your first assignment, which is to study read chapter 1. So all of this in number 10 prepares you to do number 11. Okay, so that's how you're going to be using your course schedule. And you will see that this is posted in content. This is posted in content. And then you're going to upload your study read for chapter 1 into an assignment folder. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to go back to here. So once you print that, here's
Can I ask a question about the homework? So can I ask you a quick question about the homework?
Sure. What's up?
And how many homework do we have to do a day?
Okay, so I just showed you that today, we'll go through today too, and so you can. Okay, hold on. Franklin needs to come up. Come on. He doesn't want to be left out. There we go. Okay, so Ugbed, just wait a second and let me get through this, and then you can ask questions once I'm done, and maybe I'll answer them on my way. And you have somebody that doesn't want to be left out either. Hello.
Is my sister's son.
Okay, so the next step is an overview video, and this video talks about this week. So you can answer, this might answer some of those questions. This goes through what we're doing for the whole week. So it would be good for you to watch this. And actually, my preference is if you have your course schedule printed and this video already watched before you come to class on Monday, because then we'll already be one step ahead. And then if you have questions, I can answer them. So this is the overview video that you can watch for this week. And then I think that it's nice to have things in 2 different formats in case your brain works in different ways. So this week at a glance is exactly the same information that is on the course schedule. It's just in a different format. So you read it down like this, like here's Monday, here are all of our tutorials, here's our class. And then we have everything to do right here. And then on Tuesday, here's what's due at 8 a.m. Here's what's to do on Tuesday. And then what's due at 8 a.m. to do, right? So it's just, I don't know. I just felt like I have it in 2 different formats myself. I have one like this, and then I have the course schedule as well. So I just thought I would put that on for you as well. And then I have some reminders that week 2 will open on Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning for you. Okay, so that's the week at a glance, and that is our Start Here folder. So I'm going to go back on the breadcrumbs to week 1, and let's look at today. Okay, so here's Monday, today. So here are some tutorials. You just click on them and you wait for my, okay. So the first thing is your VoiceThread. And so here's a video that I made to teach you about VoiceThread. And there's a disclaimer because I made this last semester. And so it might look a little bit different, but the information is going to be pretty much the same. Here's your VoiceThread homepage. And if you click on it, you'll just see nothing, but I just thought I'd put it in there. Here's tutorials for VoiceThread. And then I found this great cheat sheet at Georgetown University, and I just really liked it. So if you want to look at it, you can. What I would definitely do is if you go to the VoiceThread homepage, and I'm going to do that. And this is my VoiceThread, so it's going to be busy. Yours won't have anything in it, but mine's going to be busy. So yours is going to look pretty much like this, blank, but without any of this, okay? But you're going to look at these 3 bars, and if you go down to tutorials, then you're there. And I would definitely do the comment and the create. But really the comment is what we're going to be doing mostly. So make sure you look at the comment one, okay? All right, so I'm going to go back to Monday. And here, so we did that. And then here is the VoiceThread right here. And I give you a little explanation. And I even put the tutorial link again. And yes, you are going to be using the video. And here's what you're going to do for your video. And then you click on the blue thing is always a link, so you can click on that. And that brings you right to this VoiceThread. And I've already done my assignment, so it's right here. You'll listen to this, and then you can make your own video, okay? So there's that. And then the only other thing left for today is to do your chapter 1. And so here is our textbook picture. Here's some explanation. Here's a link to the procedure packet, and I go through that in this video. So if you don't know what I'm talking about a procedure packet, that's okay, because I go through the whole thing in this video. I go through the whole chapter. I teach you what is important to look at, what isn't important to look at, and we go through the procedure packet. And I tell you exactly what I need you to do for chapter 1. And then here is the assignment folder once you're done with chapter 1. So you're going to have to be going to your 365 account to type up that assignment and then get it into your assignment folder. Okay? Do you have questions about that? Awesome. Okay, so that is your whole first day. And then Tuesday will open up tomorrow. And I'm going to give you a little preview. Oh, I can't because I'm in as a student. But if you go here, you'll see that there's a couple things here to do, but you can't get in yet. You can't get in till tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay? That's just to pace you through the week. All right. So any questions about navigation of D2L? Everything you're going to need is in content, and everything's going to be linked into one of these web pages so you can get wherever you need to go And you can also get any documents that you need right from these web pages that are in each day's folder. Okay? So when you come to D2L, you're going to want to go to content. That's where everything is. All right? So if there aren't any questions, any questions? Okay, then let's look at our syllabus. So are you all on a computer right now? So if you could get onto D2L and navigate to this folder, syllabus and course documents, I'd like you to take a look at our syllabus. Okay, and this will open up right in D2L, so you don't have to worry about it. Just take a look at what I am going to give you about 3 minutes to just glance at things, go through and what I'm going to ask you to do is preview. Okay, so window shop, try and figure out what are the most important things, and then we'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes, okay, once you get through that, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit. Okay, go right ahead. I'm going to give you about 1 more minute. All right, you guys. So what is important? What did you feel was really important as you scanned through this?
I think the important thing is like to take the test and to be a good.
So the testing part was important. So that's here.
Yep.
Okay, what else? Anybody else?
I would say your email address.
My email address is pretty important. Yes, because you need to get a hold of me, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. What else?
Your phone number.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
Um,
look bed, okay? Because that sound is making me. Okay, there. Keep going. What else? What else is important? Okay, you're done.
Reading work.
Yes, the reading work. Do you have questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. Do you guys know what formative and summative mean?
Hmm?
What does summative and formative mean? Does anybody know?
Maybe to summarize something, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're using that word part, sum, right? That's right. So
adding all grades together, you mean?
yes. You know the difference between a summative grade and a formative grade?
Oh, a formative grade is like A, B, C, and then a summative grade is like the pass or fail or whatever. Am I close?
That's a great guess. That's a great guess. So summative here means that it is graded, that I will be looking at it and evaluating it, right? So there are right answers and wrong answers, and there's some targets that need to be made. That is summative. Formative, wow, okay. Formative, okay, that's not going to work. Formative means that with a good faith effort, you will get credit. It is completion. So formative grades, I'm going to be looking at, giving feedback on, and expecting you to look at my feedback and change the way that you're doing your assignment based on my feedback, but it won't be graded like A, B, C, D. It'll be graded like you did it and you had a good faith effort. Now, if you don't demonstrate a good faith effort, right? If it looks like you did it in 5 minutes, then that's not a good faith effort. Does that make sense? So you have to like put the time in and do your best work. But if you do it all wrong, you still will get credit and you will get feedback. And then I will expect to see my improvement based on my feedback the next time. Does that make sense? So that's what formative work is. It's like in process, it's learning. When you're learning how to do things, I don't think it's fair to evaluate you, right? If you were going to learn how to ride a bike and an A would be that you don't fall at all and that you know the traffic rules. If you were just getting on a bike today for the first time, you would fail, right? Because you would not know the traffic rules yet. You would not know how to balance. You'd be falling down all over the place. And I don't think that's fair to grade that, right? But I do think that if you were going to ride a bike, I would say, here's what you need to do first. Here's what you need to do second. Okay, I'm going to run with you and I'm going to help you balance, right? So that's what the formative work is. And so really for the first, I don't know, about half of our semester, when it comes to reading work, it's going to be formative because you're learning how to do that. And then the second half will be summative, and then I will be grading it. Okay, does that make sense, the difference there? Yeah, okay. All right, anything else that was important that you noticed? as you scrolled through? Well, let's look at this first page. What is the most important part of this page?
Attendance.
Attendance?
Yes.
Where does it say that?
Below the course policies.
Ah, in here, the course policies. So attendance, behavior. How did you know that those were important?
I think this is the most important thing when you come in the class.
Mhm. So do you notice that attendance is bigger and in purple? So that draws your eye there, right? And if we go up to the first page, what draws your eye?
What to bring in class?
What to bring to class? Right here. Yep. What else draws your eye? What do you look at first when you look at this page?
The little code.
Right? So I think I'm trying to get you to look here, right? How am I trying to get you to look right here? Wonder if I can do this. Here. What did I do to help you look right here?
Like the name of the.
I was the author of this, right? I chose to write this. And when I chose to write it, I chose to make the instructor and my name really big, right?
Yep.
And purple. And then I also did purple here and purple here. So you could look at it and be like, when are the office hours? Oh, they're the office hours. There they are, right? How to contact me was first, right?
Yep.
Books have pictures, so you know what to look at. What to bring to class is in these two white bars. Important dates are right here. So what I'm showing you are all the text features that I used in order to get you to look at things. So if you wanted to know the attendance policy, you wouldn't have to just read a bunch of text. You could be like, oh, it's right here because it's purple and bigger. If you wanted to know the testing policy, it's right here. It's bigger, right? Same with assignments and D2L, all of it. Grading, bigger. And you can see that I used a little bit of formatting here to draw your eye to that. Everything is purple. That is really important. And then the details are all in regular print. Okay? Here's the Common Course outline. Here are our learning outcomes. Here are the topics. And then, oh, here are my expectations. And if I need extra help, there's more stuff. So these are called text features. And what other text features do you see here besides just purple and bold? Do you see anything else? Numbered list, right? That makes your eyes go there. Bulleted lists, numbers, bullets, right? So this is what authors do to help others know what's important. So I'm going to show you, and I don't know if this is going to work. So we'll try it. Oh, it did. Okay, so here is the previewing. Before you read, you're going to preview, and this is something that you're going to get in the habit of doing all the time. So this is, I call it picture walking, or I call it window shopping. Because have you guys ever been to the mall? I mean, before the pandemic, you've been to a mall, right? Mall of America, maybe? something like that. And when you're walking around in the hallways of a mall, you know the stores show you what they sell in the windows, right? You don't have to go into the store to figure out what kind of a store it is. If I'm walking by Barnes and Noble, there are books in the window. So I know that that's a bookstore. If I'm walking by Foot Locker, right? And those are my same examples that I do all the time. I might do them in a video later, right? But if you're walking by a Foot Locker, you know it's shoes. And so the same thing holds true when you are doing a preview of a text. You look at the bolded font, you look at the italicized font, you look at pictures or graphs or a bulleted list, anything that draws your eye, the author is trying to get you to look at it. And so it helps you know what the text is about. So it activates background knowledge. And you'll be able to figure out how long the text is, what kind of structure the text is, right? There are all of these things that help if you preview the text. So that is one of the strategies that you're going to be required to do, is to just preview the text before you begin to read. And this doesn't mean you read it all. You just look at all of the text features. And then there's a list of text features here too, right? There's fonts and signal words and illustrations and how the text is organized. All of that is what you're looking at. Those are like the stores in the mall that you're going to pay attention to. Okay, so as you go through chapter 1, you're going to start by previewing the text and noticing text features. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so I think we've already kind of gone through the text materials. I know that if you don't have your books, I would like you to stay on this call during my office hours so we can figure that out. All right, but you already know that there's 2 books. This is the one that you need right away. Please get Sherman Alexie's The Absolute True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. We'll start on that next week. So you're going to need that by next week, but that should not be a big deal. Any bookstore will have that. Barnes & Noble has it. You can order it on Amazon. I hope you know that as a student, if you create an account on Amazon using your normandale.edu email, you get Prime for free. So that means 2-day shipping. Now with COVID-19, it might not be quite 2 days. So you're going to have to figure that out. I went to Barnes & Noble. I had to get something for my daughter. She needed a book. And so it's kind of a rigmarole. You have to go online and order it, pick the store, and then go pick it up, and they bring it right to your car. But it happened, and I did it in 1 day. So you can get this The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian really easily. This is the one that you're going to have to order. If you haven't ordered it, we need to talk. Okay? All right. So there's the course materials. And then the other thing that you should have is a folder or a 3-ring binder and a notebook specifically for this class. So you should be taking notes in your notebook when you're looking at any videos, any voice threads, and you should bring that to our Zoom meeting as well, so you have it. Okay? All right. And then I already said this once, but I will recommend that you print some things throughout the course. If you don't have a printer, then you'll just have to make do. Or the other thing that is a possibility for you, if you have a way to get to Normandale, Normandale is open and the computer labs are open, and you can go there and print off documents if you want to. So you have to just go in the fine arts door, and you can security is right in the doorway there, and you have to sign in, and they will tell you how to deal with that. So, and the other thing is you can also sit in the parking lot for Wi-Fi there as well. So I just wanted to let you know that too, but it's up to you if you want to go there and print or not. Okay. Now I was going to try this. I was going to try doing a small group thing where we go into your own groups and you talk about this question: why does reading matter? Okay. And what I would like is that once you get into your groups, and I've never tried doing small groups with Zoom, but I'm going to figure it out and we're going to do it. So I'm going to try it right now because I can't do it by myself. I have to have guinea pigs. So guess what? You're my guinea pigs. So then we will talk about this. So we're going to go into small groups, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can figure this out. We're going to go into small groups, and you're going to talk about why does reading matter, and who you got to find a volunteer that will open up an email and just record what you talk about and then email it to me at the end of our discussion. And we'll still come back together and talk about it, but I would like to see that discussion. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do this. Okay, breakout rooms. How many people are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10. So should we get in groups of 3 and then there'll be a group of 4, possibly. We'll try it. All right, I'm going to try it right now. Ready? Here we go.
Yes.
Why does reading matter? Okay. Did it work?
Yeah.
Are you guys in rooms or not?
Yes, we are.
Okay. I don't know.
Reading matter is like it is important to think to understand to each other to know to reading. So it is the things we connecting to each others.
You can
Hi.
record it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Oh,
This is weird.
different.
Yes.
Yeah.
So have you guys started? Who's doing the email?
I can do it.
Awesome.
Okay, so just hit record and then just talk about.
Yeah, I think that I don't even think you have to hit record. I think that you can just talk
Okay.
and just type in whatever you think, and then just send me the email when we're done. Brenda, how are you? I've been worrying about you and your work thing. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah. I mean, I hope there won't be a problem because now I work from home.
Oh,
But I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay for today.
okay. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys get started. And oh dear. Okay. There we go. I didn't know how to get to another one. Okay, there we go. I'll let you guys get started. I'll come back later.
Okay, sounds good.
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Good. Who's doing the email? Can somebody pull up an email and just record what you're talking about and then email me when I pull you out? I'll let you guys figure that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I don't know what's happening here. Oh God.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Who's doing the email?
Actually, we both took the notes.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. Somebody just make sure and get it to me too. How's the discussion going? Why does reading matter? I don't want you to tell me. We'll talk about it all together, but
Okay.
It went good. We got some good things down.
good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it into a document and then just email it to you.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. How's it feeling right now? Are you guys overwhelmed?
Yes. It's good.
It'll be okay.
I've been preparing for this.
Say that one more time, Zoe. I just didn't hear you.
I've been preparing for all of this, so it's not that bad.
Oh, good. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna leave you and go somewhere else. I don't really know what to do with myself. Usually I wander, and this is sort of wandering, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. All right, and I will give you a message when we have about 2 minutes left, but I'm going to give you some more time.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Are you guys not talking?
Not really.
Okay. This is the main room. Did you guys get put into a breakout room or not?
Nope.
No.
Just everyone get a quiet, so.
Okay. So, have you talked about why reading matters?
Not really.
Okay. Why don't you guys get started on that? Because, and who's going to do the email to me? I'm going to unmute
Where is
people.
the other two? How many people we have in
Well,
group?
there's Kareem is here, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to say this right, but is it Hoden? Kareem. Hoden. Hi, Kareem. I'm glad you got here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yay. Yay. I called you twice and I didn't get to you. So I'm glad you got here.
Yes, I figured it out.
All right. So I don't know if maybe Hoden just stepped away, maybe. So why don't the two of you talk about why reading matters, okay? And can you put your cameras back on so we can see you? Thank you. And then, and maybe you're going to have to unmute yourself so you can talk a little bit. And then I'm going to give you about 2 more minutes and then we'll come back together. Okay? About 2 more minutes. You need to get something down and somebody needs to email me what you talk about. All right?
Okay.
Okay. And I don't know where Hoden is. I asked to unmute a couple times and I don't know. They must just have stepped away or something. Okay? All right. I'm going to go to a different room. Maybe, if I can figure it out. I'll just
How
sit
you
here and
doing?
try and think of it. You guys go right ahead. I'll mute myself.
Okay.
How you doing? I think reading is important because it gives information. People can communicate, better, and it's a good record too. When you have stuff written down.
It's like, yeah, that's right. So reading is the important thing, is a skill that everyone can understand to each other to working. And then
Yes, ma'am. So we will have to write an email next, Ms. Hatton? Okay. And the email will be about what we just talked about. So what are some of the things you like to read? Fiction or nonfiction?
I think that was fiction and nonfiction.
Okay, I'm nonfiction myself. More history.
I don't
Current
think
sports. I like reading. If it's interesting to me. So, what do you like to read?
I like to reading like the
She start record out. Okay, we can start now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You find it? Do you find it?
Now me, the teacher she start to record us, so we can talk now.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Khadija. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Khadija. Your name is?
Judith, can you see me on the video, or you only
No,
can hear my
No.
voice?
can
No,
hear
we
you.
can just hear your voice.
This is the problem I've been having because I don't know how to. I'll try to figure out because my video is that you can't see me, but I can see you too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Brittany. Hi.
I am Judith.
Okay.
Okay. So now we can start then.
Yeah, the question we have about today is why does reading matter? For me, reading matter is like because when you get married, when you read a lot, you get more information, you learn the language, you get it's open your mind for me. What about you guys?
Reading matters because it's everywhere. Yeah, like it's important to like have.
Okay, I think reading is important because it develops the mind. Understanding the written word is one way the mind grows its ability, I think. Yeah. That's all.
When you get reading too, it help you them to learn and listening, and it help you to learn develop your language. You know, when you read a lot, you learn a lot of words, so it's develop your language. You understand more. So you can write. If you read a lot, you learn a lot of words, so you can write. You can write a lot of things too. So I don't know. For me, that is grow your ability.
Reading improves your memory. Reading
Yeah.
helps with communication. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
So
How
I
did
think
it go?
everything starts from the content part to help me.
How did it go? How did
It's
the
good.
breakout room go?
It's good.
It was weird for me. I can't just hover behind somebody and listen. So I tried turning my stuff off, and then I would lurk a little bit because that's what I usually do is lurk. It's hard to lurk online. I like lurking.
Everyone likes that. The times unites times.
Right? It's hard. So what did you guys
Yeah.
come up with? I'm just gonna take notes about what you came up with for why does reading matter?
I believe that reading matters because I believe that we are what we believe from reading, because reading is super important from what we read on social media, magazines, I know for back then books and all that sort of stuff, and because it keeps us together. in communicating in organization. So like streets, if we didn't know how to read, we wouldn't be able to keep our streets organized or
So
have
to survive, sort of. Yeah.
Exactly.
Somebody else?
Like, can I answer it? Can I answer?
Yeah, please.
Reading, it is the important thing is in order to understand.
Are
each
we all supposed to be in a group right now?
Yeah, we're all back. We're all back together. So I'm just taking notes about what you guys talked about.
Hello.
Hello.
I just think it's like reading, it is important. The thing is that is we understand to each other and then to do what we want to.
So we can do things.
Yes.
Reading is also a stress reduction, mental stimulation.
Mental stimulation.
Yeah.
Great. Someone else?
It's also memory improvement too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give you like, it's develop your language too. If you read a lot, you learn a lot of words. So
Oh,
it's develop your
learning.
language. Yeah.
Yep. What else?
Mm. Okay, what else?
Who hasn't talked yet today? Anybody?
I can't hear it.
Yeah, but unfortunate. You guys, you can't see me, so I'm trying to figure out, but I don't know what's happening because all of you can't see me, and that makes me
Okay.
feel bad. Like,
Okay, Judith, down at the very bottom, do you see all of the little icons at the very bottom of your screen?
yeah,
Do you see one that says like video? It's like the second one. One is mute, and then it says video somehow.
yeah,
Yes. Does
Yep.
it say start video?
yep.
Press that button.
I stopped it.
Can you see? Oh, now, okay. So now you're muted. So it should have a line through it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So now click it again.
Okay, I did.
Okay. All right, this is weird. I don't know, Judith. Oh yeah, it should be on. Is there something in front of your camera?
Nothing is there. So I've been trying to figure out since. So
Okay, well we'll talk. We'll figure it out. We will see you somehow,
Okay.
Judith. We will do it. Okay? Does anybody have anything else to add to our list of why reading matters?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I just think it helps with like the overall like brain function and stuff, and like helps with your grammar.
It
Grammar,
allows creative thinking,
creative thinking.
increase the knowledge, like learning new things every day.
Learning and knowledge, great.
Reading's important. It's because it's like everywhere, you know.
Everywhere.
There's no getting away from it.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, we have a really good list, you guys. Anybody else? Ray, do you have anything? No?
It's like understanding the writing word is one of the main grow its ability. So if you don't know how to read and
I
if you
can't
don't know
get
what
to. I couldn't hear them no more. I got off of it somehow. I couldn't hear him. So I went
You
to
gotta
hit the
click
text
on here.
button.
We can hear you, Kareem. We can hear you. Hi, Kareem.
You gotta mute your mic.
I can't get on. I can't hear him.
I can hear you though.
I'll just mute him. There. Okay. We'll let him figure that out. It's all weird. Okay, anything, we were saying something, Brittany, I'm sorry. We got distracted. Were you saying something? I thought maybe not.
No, I think it was done.
Okay. Well, we have a pretty good list. I'm going to keep that. And at the end of the semester, we'll revisit. Well, not the semester, the end of the session, we'll revisit it and see if we can add anything, or if we were mistaken about any of those why reading matters. I don't think so. I think it all looks like it's pretty good, but hopefully we'll add to our list by the end of the session. Hopefully. All right, so I'm going to go back to sharing my screen here. All right, so we did that. Oh dear. Try this again. There we go. Okay, so I have an essay for you that we're going to read. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about reader's purpose. And I think you've probably thought about writer's purpose before, but whenever you sit down to read something, you should have a purpose of why you're reading as well. Okay, so I'm going to give you the purpose for why you're going to read this essay called The House Essay. And the reason you're going to read it is that you're a realtor. You want to sell this house. Okay, so what you're going to do is in your notebook or on a piece of paper, whatever is close to you, I want you to write down what is important to note about this house essay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll read it to you, but it will be up on the screen. So make sure you have your pencil or pen and a piece of paper, and here we go. All right, and I need to move you guys because you're in my way. There, up there. All right, it says, the two boys ran until they came to the driveway. See, I told you today was good for skipping school, said Mark. Mom is never home on Thursday, he added. Tall hedges hid the house from the road, so hid the house from the road, so the pair strolled across the finely landscaped garden. I never knew your place was so big, said Pete. Yeah, but it's nicer now than it used to be since Dad had that new stone siding put on and added the fireplace, said Mark. There were front and back doors and a side door which led to the garage, which was empty except for 3 parked 10-speed bikes. They went in the side door, Mark explaining that it was always left open in case his younger sisters got home earlier than his mother. Pete wanted to see the house, so Mark started with the living room. It, like the rest of the downstairs, was newly painted. Mark turned on the stereo, the noise of which worried Pete. Don't worry, the nearest house is 1/4 of a mile away, Mark shouted. Pete felt more comfortable observing that no houses could be seen in any direction beyond the huge garden. The dining room, with all the china, silver, and cut glass, was no place to play, so the boys moved into the kitchen where they made sandwiches. Mark said they wouldn't go to the basement because it had been damp and musty ever since the new plumbing was installed. This is where my dad keeps his famous paintings and his coin collection, Mark said as they peered into the study. Mark boasts that he could get spending money whenever he needed it, since he'd discovered that his dad kept a lot in the desk drawer. There were 3 bedrooms upstairs. Mark showed Pete's mother's closet, which was filled with furs, and the locked box which held her jewels. His sister's rooms were uninteresting except for the color TV, which Mark carried into his room. Mark boasts that the bathroom in the hall was his since it had been added to his sister's room for their use. The big highlight in his room, though, was a leak in the ceiling where the old roof had finally rotted. Okay, I'm going to give you about a minute in case you need to go back and look at anything. You're writing down what's important as a realtor, okay? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing so I can pull up a Word document. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. I lost you. Where'd you go? There you are. All right, I'm going to share my screen again. All right, so what did you guys come up with? What is important as a realtor for the house essay?
Like how I had planned
I don't know. I don't know who's talking right now, but you're kind of fading in and out, so we can't understand you. Do you want to try again?
Okay. Does that sound better now?
Not really. Maybe you can use the chat.
Can you hear me now?
There.
Chat. That's better. Yeah.
Okay, let's try somebody else for a minute and maybe we'll come back to you, okay? What was important for the realtor?
Dining room.
There was a dining room.
Okay.
What else?
A huge garden.
Yep, and Zoe put landscaped, so I'm gonna put that in there too. And new siding. Stone, sorry. What else, you guys? Thank you, Zoe, for doing that in the chat. That helped. Somebody else? Is that it?
Roof.
What about the roof? Sorry, you probably need to see that. What about the roof?
Also the fire.
I'm sorry, it's a bathroom.
Oh, there was a new bathroom. Yep.
Yes, the bathroom in the hall.
Okay.
And the fireplace.
Ah, the new fireplace. Anything else? What about the roof? Somebody said something about the roof. I think that's important if you're a realtor.
Also the living rooms.
It is the kitchen too, where they make the sandwiches.
Yep, there's a nice kitchen. What about the kitchen?
New
Is it like
plumbing
a-
was installed.
The dining room, so they just moved to the kitchen. So there just is a kitchen.
New plumbing.
Say that one more time, Priyanshi.
New plumbing was installed.
New plumbing. I spelled that wrong. There we go. I think we have a pretty good list. But what about this, the ceiling, the ceiling? Do we think we need to know about that if we're a realtor?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, probably need to know about that. So I know that if I were going to buy a house, I would really want to know about the rotting roof, right? Okay, so how did that feel? You knew what you were looking for? Yeah? Okay, so now I am going to change your purpose. I'm going to read it again, but now instead of being a realtor, you're a burglar. You are planning on robbing this house. Now what's going to be important? All right, are you ready? Here we go.
Yep.
2 boys, and you have your pencils out, right? Ray, yes? Ugbad? Okay, here we go. 2 boys ran until they came to the driveway. See, I told you today was good for skipping school, said Mark. Mom is never home on Thursday, he added. Tall hedges hid the house from the road, so the pair strolled across the finely landscaped garden. I never knew your place was so big, said Pete. Yeah, but it's nicer now than it used to be since Dad had the new stone siding put on and added the fireplace. There were front and back doors and a side door, which led to the garage, which was empty except for 3 parked 10-speed bikes. They went in the side door, Mark explaining that it was always open in case his younger sisters got home earlier than his mother. Pete wanted to see the house, so Mark started with the living room. It, like the rest of the downstairs, was newly painted. Mark turned on the stereo, the noise of which worried Pete. Don't worry, the nearest house is a quarter of a mile away, Mark shouted. Pete felt more comfortable observing that no houses could be seen in any direction beyond the huge garden. The dining room with all the china, silver, and cut glass was no place to play, so the boys moved into the kitchen, where they made sandwiches. Mark said they wouldn't go to the basement because it had been damp and musty ever since the new plumbing was installed. This is where my dad keeps his famous paintings and his coin collection, Mark said as they peered into the study. Mark boasts that he could get spending money whenever he needed it since he'd discovered that his dad kept a lot in the desk drawer. There were 3 upstairs bedrooms. Mark showed Pete his mother's closet, which was filled with furs, and the locked box which held her jewels. His sister's room was uninteresting except for the color TV, which Mark carried into his room. Mark boasts that the bathroom in the hall was his, since one had been added to his sister's room for their use. The big highlight in his room, though, was the leak in the ceiling, where the old roof had finally rotted. I'll give you a minute. All of you robbers out there, how are you going to burglarize this house? What is important to note?
His famous painting and coin collection.
Yes, hold on. I got to get to my Word document here. Oh dear, I got to stop sharing. There we go. All right, I will share again. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So now we are in You Are Robbers. And you said famous paintings?
Famous paintings and coin collections.
Okay, what else?
The 3 bikes or motorbikes or whatever it was.
There's 3 bikes. Yep.
I'll say
I
the jewels and furs,
Yep, furs. And what else?
jewelry,
Jewelry.
and the china.
China. Do I need to go back to here for a minute?
There was a TV.
Ah, color TV.
It took back to the other room.
Okay. Anything else? Man, I'd be going through his dad's desk.
money,
Yes.
because
Yeah, come on, you
yeah,
got
there's I think
I didn't-
yeah money in the desk
Yeah.
drawer.
What else?
There was silver.
Silver. Don't forget the silver. Right? All right. Does anybody have anything else? I think China, silver. I think we're pretty good. But what else? You have all kinds of things that they're going to steal. But what else is important? If you were going to burglarize this house, what do you need to know about it?
The mom is never there.
The mom is never there.
And
So
also
no one's home.
The trees covering the house so you could hide, I guess.
And on top of that, Kareem, there's no neighbors, right?
Yep. Very wide open space.
Uh-huh. What else?
and the sister was not there.
Right?
I don't see anything now.
What about this? They went in the side door. Mark
The big
explaining,
highlight.
Mark explaining that it was always open, right?
Yeah.
So that's important, that the side door is always open.
So that's how they got in.
Uh-huh. That's how you could get in.
The big highlight in his room.
Say that one more time.
Big highlight.
The highlight? Oh, the highlight of his room was the leak in the ceiling. I don't know if we need to know about that if we're a burglar.
No.
Right? All right, so let's take a look at our list here. So we have a list of things that a realtor would say, right? There's a nice dining room, a huge garden, new stone siding, tall hedges. There's a new bathroom, a new fireplace, new plumbing. I still have that spelled wrong, whatever. There we go. There was a leak in the ceiling, right? So there's a bunch of stuff that when you were paying attention as a realtor you got, but then when you were a robber, you paid attention to other things, correct?
Correct.
So when you have a purpose, you pay attention to different things, right? Here's what I'm going to ask you. If I would have just had you read this on your own, what would you have paid attention to? What would your purpose have been? If I didn't set it for you, would you have been the realtor or would you have been the robber?
Realtor.
You'd have been the realtor? I would have been the robber because it was totally obvious how to rob this house. Like totally obvious, right?
Yeah.
But my question for you is, what if you didn't have a purpose set for you and this was a reading for a class? And what if, for my example, for myself, I read it as a robber, right? When I started reading this, I was like, oh man, you could totally, there's a lot of stuff to rob in this house. But what if it was a class on staging a house to like get it ready to sell or something, and I was reading it as a robber? I probably wouldn't be reading the most important things then, right?
Yep.
Or if I was in a criminal justice class and I read this as a realtor, like, oh, the roof leaks. Like if I thought that was really important, then I would be missing my mark. So it's really important for you to figure out what good purpose would be when you're reading. Does that make sense?
Yep.
See how you can read these in two different purposes, and how if you weren't sure what you were supposed to be paying attention to, you might pay attention to the wrong things. Right? All right. So that is my point for that. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint, see what's going. We already talked about, oh, purpose matters. We did this already, and you're in my way, so I can't see anything. Oh, there. And so we've talked about the course schedule, right? Because we're going to end class now. I know it's been forever, and you guys have hung in there really well. So here's the course schedule. What's due tomorrow?
Voice recognition thing or something.
One,
What is due tomorrow?
chapter 1.
Don't we have to upload our voice?
Yes. Voice thread to introduce yourself.
In the end, we have to do a picture. We have to send a picture to you.
You're going to, it will be right on VoiceThread. All of that will be on VoiceThread.
Okay.
Okay? So you're going to have to figure out how to use VoiceThread.
And send
Right.
an email to you.
And then you're going to do your introduction on VoiceThread. That's one thing that's due. What else is due tomorrow?
I thought we had an email.
Upload picture.
Oh, yeah, you can put your picture on D2L. Yep. Great. But what's due? What is the big thing that's due tomorrow?
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Study read.
Yeah, chapter 1 study read is due tomorrow. Okay, so you're going to have to watch the video that tells you how to do that, because the video will tell you how to do that. That's where you're going to get your directions, is in the video. Okay, and you all know how to get onto D2L, and you know where everything is, and you're feeling okay about that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. If you do not have your textbook, I'm going to have you stay on this call so we can talk about how we're going to solve that problem, because you're going to need it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to stay here if you don't have it. Otherwise, I'm going to end that, and I'm going to end our sharing if I can figure out how to do that. There we go. There. So otherwise, I think that we're done for today. How are you feeling?
We need to hear.
Good.
Feeling okay?
I had to go out and go back
Yeah.
in. I had to sign in all over again.
Okay. I'm gonna mute him. Okay, so are there any questions for me?
Yes, miss. So tomorrow is do like the videos and studying reading chapter 1.
Yep. Yep.
Only that two is to do tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right. You got it.
What time?
And
8 o'clock in the morning, 8 a.m.
I think you said for us like printing out the class
The course
schedule.
schedule? Mhm.
Yes, it's not like
Required.
all of them are
It's
no,
not
no,
required.
like all of them aren't uploaded yet, I think you
No,
said?
once a week, every week you'll get the new one. So on Friday of this week, when week number 2 opens, the
Yeah.
second course schedule will be posted in the week at a glance for you.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can I ask you quickly questions?
Sure.
It's like when we go for the assignment, I cannot see where we share for the videos.
Say that one more time. You can't find the video?
I mean, like the folder of the assignment.
Yes. It's
We
all on that, it's all in that, on that website in D2L. Here, I can show you again. Hold on, I need to share with you.
okay. I just started reading chapter 1 is due like tomorrow.
Yep.
I can't see for the videos. I don't know where to share it.
Okay, I'll show you again. So I'm on D2L here, and I'm gonna move you guys over there. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the table of contents, right? And that's under content right here. So that's where you click on content, and that brings you to the table of contents right here, okay? And then you're gonna go to week 1, okay? And here is everything you need for Monday is in Monday's folder. So if you're wanting to do study read for chapter 1, you click on study read chapter 1, and everything is on this page, okay? Here's where you're gonna get your procedure packet. You're gonna need that, that's a document, okay? Here is the tour of the textbook and the procedure packet. So this is where I give you all the directions on how to do your assignment. And then here is the assignment folder. You just click here and that will take you right to the assignment folder. All right, it's all just right on this one page. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Awesome. Any other questions? All right. You know what? It was so good to meet all of you. Oh, Priyanshi, thank you.
Yep, I have a question.
Sure.
Can you show me again, like where to go to download all these, the Word, Excel, like,
Oh,
to
sure.
send you the documents? Like,
Absolutely. I can absolutely show that
Right.
again. Okay. All right, so we're gonna, and this is how you get back to the announcement page on D2L, is you just go to this top thing where it says SU, that means summer 20, reading skills. You just click there, and that will bring you back to the announcement page. There are 2 different ways you can get on. You can sign into your 365 account by pressing this button up here,
oh, okay.
or I have another one down here where it says take me to Office 365. They both take you to the same place.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. And if you have trouble, you can try me or IT. IT is probably a better idea because I don't know how helpful I am, but I will try. I will try. Okay. And you can always email me with questions, and we can always do a Zoom meeting, just the 2 of us. And that might help too. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Anybody else? Anything else?
So what time are you gonna be available if we need help?
I have my office hour that starts at 11, which is in less than 10 minutes. And I will be on that office hour until noon. And then anytime, you can always email me and we can schedule a time. Like I said, I schedule time all the time. Sometimes I schedule it in the evening. Sometimes I can schedule it in the morning. I'm here most of the time. But like if I'm doing something with my kids, or I'm eating dinner with my family, or we have some graduation party to go to or something, and I'm not here, then we just won't schedule during that time. But you just have to email me, and then we'll just schedule a time. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I cannot get how to do for the videos.
I didn't hear that question.
So like I did not get to the how to do for the videos.
You just click on the videos. So I'll show you again. All right, so here we are on the announcement page. You go to content. You go to study read. And the video is right here. You just say play.
Hi, everybody.
There I am. We
Right now
don't
we
need
are
to
going
watch
to
me
go over-
because that's weird, okay? But that's all you do. Okay? All right.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. All right. All right, everybody okay?
Yep.
Email me if you don't. If you're not okay, email me. If you need to talk to me more, you can stay on, but I'm gonna let everybody else loose. If you don't have your textbook, you're staying here because we're gonna figure that out. If you do have your textbook and you're all set to go, then I'm gonna set you free to start working. But it's so nice to meet all of you. I'm so glad you came. I'm excited to see you next Monday. It won't be so procedural next Monday because, I mean, first day of class is always really procedural. So, right? So next week, we'll talk about more things. We're going to start on our Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. So we'll go over how to do that. That will be a little bit procedural, but we'll just continue to keep going. Most of the instruction, however, will be in videos or in VoiceThread. So this meeting will be to answer questions. I will do some lessons. We will do all of the Absolutely True Diary of Part-Time Indian stuff here. And then you'll have an assignment with that on your discussion board. But we'll talk about that next week. Okay? So everybody who's going to leave, have a really great week. And if you have questions, just email me. If you want to meet with me, just let's set up an email. Let's set up a Zoom meeting. We'll be cool. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. And the rest of you who are staying on, just stay right here. Okay? Bye, everybody.
Bye.